This is Plaguewind. Now that spooky season has started, I'm kind of gonna bring back my YouTube channel. Long story short is both my external hard drive, where all the games are installed and the videos I keep, that died. And not long after that, the laptop I was using died. So it took me a little while, but I got a new laptop, and it's a pretty good one. So I'm using this opportunity to kind of restart everything. Um, what does that mean? That means I only have a couple games out anyway, and they were done a couple years ago. I'm gonna redo those, not right away, mainly because if you follow me, you've already seen them, but pretty much this is just a flat restart of my channel. Mainly because I got better hardware, I'm better at doing this, and so yeah. And because it's spooky season, as you can see on the screen, and from the music, we're playing Call of Cthulhu. And here we go. There he is right there in the background. Yeah, this game came out, 2017 or 2018? I don't know exactly. I'm playing it on PC. So either 2017 or 2018. And made by Cyanide, Cyanide Games, Cyanide Softworks, something like that. So here we go. We play as Edward Pierce, and this takes place in Boston, 1924. I played this before very briefly. On my old computer, I had a little trouble running it, so I only got up to like chapter 2. So kind of the very beginning I have played before. It's been a while. Probably it's 27. Whenever this came out is when I played it. So yeah, we're gonna go through this game and let's have some fun. And as the game says, enter the madness. Blood-soaked hallway. That's always good. Straight jacket. Alright, I've already changed all my settings. So new game. Here it is. Chapter 1. The Pierce Investigations Agency, Boston. Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowned his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He's now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly, or risk losing his license. So I guess this is our office. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. From Lovecraft himself. We're surrounded by dead sharks and intestines. That's gotta stink. The smell. Oh. Alright, here we go. So this is closed. So I woke up. What, an underground pool? And fish guts. Alright. Where in the hell am I? There are parts of fish hanging up. Are they all? These are all shark heads. You guys do not like your sharks, do you? That looks pretty ominous. Why would I crouch and go through there? This is why. It's locked. Where is that? Alright, I see a barricade. Something. Alright, we're gonna have to go through. Yeah, this isn't ominous. Let's go towards the light. There's the barricade again. So the other door that must be right over there. Alright. What's this? Counter darkness. You must light up some items in order to interact. Oh, there's something there. I can't get it due to darkness. Let's grab this. Can I? Yes. A hurricane lamp. There's a boat. Can I get out of here? What the hell just did that? Okay. There's something swimming around the water right here. Let's get out of here. Oh. This is what we couldn't see before. Bolt cutters. Very handy, the fact that I chain doors right here. Something big is in the water.
In my wake, pulled along. Fate inescapably draws you on.
Okay. It's a killer whale. Oh man, this... God, look at all dead sea creatures. This gotta stink.
What a putrid offering.
Putrid's the right word. Flies, intestines everywhere. There's another one back there. Boston. Is there killer whales around Boston? Are we in Boston anymore? Where am I going? Is this the way I came?
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Run. Something chasing me? It said run.
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Is that me? It was a dream.
I hate whiskey.
You're gonna blame that on whiskey. Okay. Okay, this music probably gonna do a copyright thing for YouTube. Alright, now I think I'm in my office. Lot.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed.
Which means you never leave the office.
I wonder why I still take these things.
The doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now, their effect has been wearing off.
The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
The Lost Battalion, is that your... I wonder if that's your World War I unit?
I used to be an avid reader.
Yeah, you got a decently stocked bookshelf. Lots of books on the floor. Random drawer I can open. What's this? Certificate of Membership, Wentworth Agency.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Oh, okay. Is that Edward Pierce, private
I have
investigator?
business here to attend to.
Oh, you won't let me leave.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Oh, case closed for Mr. Pierce. The husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed. Okay. Confidential.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Case solved. The bar owner... I can speak. The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case. But when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Okay, that's kind of neat. Our old cases. And more books.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Okay. What is this? Boston? Boston Strangler escapes from state mental ward. These are old cases, it looks like.
I should get rid of all this stuff.
Yeah, Boston, okay. Saw something else over here. Oh, the radio. Oh, wait a minute, we got stuff on the desk.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Oh, is this my journal? The case. October 20th, 1924. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay. But I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they're different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? Oh, this is the character. What's my camera blocking? Okay, what it says down here in blocking just says available character points. That's what CP is. And then... yeah, I remember this. These two yellow skills, medicine and occultism. It says right here, the medicine and occult skills can only be improved by objects discovered in the environment. I believe at creation you can pump these up, but that's it. The rest of the game you gotta find stuff to increase those. There's our sanity. It's blocking this. Mental trauma. Oh, we already have a mental trauma. Oh, it's the nightmare. Okay. Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War, where he took part in the Meuse-Argonne offensive. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and Allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades, without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. Okay. Yes, here's the sanity. See this logo right here? It's filled with, like, the green... This is like, as you lose sanity, this empties. And if this is a true Call of Cthulhu thing, this should be empty by the end. But right now, we're stable. Confident in your abilities and your Cartesian mind, you conduct your investigation by sticking to the facts, your convictions, and your perception of reality. Your conclusions are logical and reliable. Does that mean they won't be? Dark water, places. Inhabitants, nothing. Occult. I have an occult tab, cool. Places. My private detective agency, contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there's no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles. But this place is mine, for the moment. An inventory. Lost Battalion. My old lighter that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. This is knowledge. The sleeping pills and the 2 closed cases. Wonder if they come into play. Okay, this is just for like an achievement in the game. If you don't drink, you get a special achievement. I don't give 2 shits about achievements and trophies, so have a drink. Anything else? Yeah, whiskey bottles or bourbon, whatever. I think I've gotten everything. There we go. That saved my game by turning off the radio. So turning you off triggers the phone.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
And here we go. Here's where we build our character. Okay, allocate your character points. Each character point allows you to improve the score of a skill, and we have 8 available. Now each skill tells you right here. It's like this is 2 out of 5. We're at level 2, 5 is the max. Looks like most of them are starting at 2 or 3. And it tells you right here how many are needed for the next level. With a eloquence. This is your persuade skill, how good you can talk to people. Strength's pretty obvious. Investigation increases your chance of understanding past events by analyzing a crime scene or an object, and of picking locks. There we go. Spot hidden. Chances of finding hidden objects. Oh yes, this is a very only 2 needed next level. Yes. Spot hidden sounds like a very useful. Psychology. Presents your knowledge of human behavior. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding the motivations of a person. Interesting. Occultism. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Medicine. Strength. So what do I have? 6 left. It looks like it takes 4 or 6 to update. That's only 2. Which one was 4? Ooh. I can do so like medicine and psychology. I'm gonna do medicine. And psychology? Or should I just pump them? You know what? I need 6 to go next level. I'm gonna pump the 4. There, we made some progress. Picking locks. So I think spot hidden, investigation. Oh, I think eloquence and psychology. These are probably all really useful. That's that's what I'll go with. Yes.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl. She is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
It's
What
interesting.
am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
So you want me to check out your daughter that died? Alright, let's check.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Darkwater. Okay, a shipping label. Some of it is unreadable, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. Oh, that's a good lead right there. The police report. It says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they, nevertheless, insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? The police decide on a domestic accident. Doesn't that kind of mean they don't really know? That's what they just picked? But she might have been mad. Because he said something about the madness. And then a press cutting. An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. Okay, so it's an island. They live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon. So that must be Sarah, that must be Charles, and that must be Simon. Okay. Okay. And the painting. This is what your daughter painted? Actually, I kind of like it, but I get where in the 20s they would see this as madness.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Okay. I do remember this. When you see this like speech bubble, that means it's like regular questions you can ask. When you see this case file, yeah, see how it says investigation? So it's it's like an RPG. I'm making an investigation check and I gotta hit its professional level. When you see this, that means I've unlocked an answer. That's usually when you find something. It's like it's an extra thing you can ask. The brackets either they end the conversation or they open up like a sub menu. So what do I make of these elements? Yeah, you shouldn't take this lightly, the painting.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Okay. So your daughter died 3 months ago. Enough. This at the dining room. So a house fire that also killed her husband Charles and a kid Simon. And right after that, this painting got sent to you. I mean, it sounded like she was a painter. Could it be an obsessive fan, or... Let's find out. Okay. Yeah, where did she live?
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Only in a Lovecraft story in a video game would there be an island called Darkwater. Alright. Yeah, anything, mental fragility that the police report said?
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
That might explain the paintings if she's having visions. Yeah, something's a little odd.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Yeah, so our one lead is Warehouse 36, which I guess is on Darkwater, and a remote island off of Boston.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater.
Okay.
Find Warehouse 36.
Okay. So that's why everyone's turned you down. They think you're kind of crazy for like, yeah, she's died a while ago. Alright, I guess. That's pretty much all I'm gonna find out. His daughter was a painter, married to, he said he was big on, like a bigwig on the island. They all died in a house fire, and then you got sent this painting. Okay.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
A book. Like this one? The Learning of Medicine Volume 1. A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. This first volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world. It details the symptoms and suitable treatment. Yeah, see, this is what... To increase the medicine skill from now on, you gotta find stuff, and this is one of them. I don't know exactly how many items or stuff you have to find to up it, but that's one more. That doesn't look like it went up at all. Oh well. So oh, here we go. Darkwater. Inhabitants. Stephen Webster, that's the guy who just left. 63, businessman. A wealthy businessman, well respected in the Boston area. Stephen Webster came to see me in order that I investigate the death of his only daughter, Sarah Hawkins. The man accepts neither refusals nor inconvenient truths. He is ready to do anything to prove that his daughter was not mad. This is Charles Hawkins, deceased, 41, a ship owner. Charles Hawkins was a local celebrity on Darkwater. The heir of a shipowner family, he used to travel a lot. He met Sarah Hawkins during a trip in Paris. They fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater. They had a child named Simon and lived a very secretive life. The heir of a shipowner family. Okay, local celebrity. He traveled a lot and met Sarah in Paris. And here's Sarah, deceased, 33, painter. Sarah Hawkins, a painter known for her tortured artistic universe. She was worshipped for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearances. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me." Okay. Her marriage to Charles Hawkins years ago surprised high society columnist. A wealthy Boston heiress, known for her party-going, chooses to follow her new husband and live as a recluse on the island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of newspapers, and nobody heard any more about her. Even her death in a fire remained a secret. Only her father, Stephen Webster, continues to seek the truth. This is Simon, 11, schoolboy, only son of Sarah. I can't speak today. Only son of Sarah and Charles Hawkins. He died in the fire that claimed his whole family. Cult? No, the art. Intuitive and visionary artist for some, overpriced imposter for others. Sarah Hawkins leaves nobody indifferent. The mysterious and well-reserved painter offers strange images, with violent colors and wild strokes to the world. If her paintings are testimony to her vision of the world, then the world of Sarah Hawkins is a portal open to other dimensions. That's from my notebook. Alright, clues. Okay, the file, and then painting. This is a little different. The painting depicts a monstrous silhouette threatening a woman and child. Is that Sarah and Simon? Flames can be made out in the background. Stephen Webster, the father of Sarah Hawkins, thinks that it is linked to the death of his daughter. Inventory, what do I have? The medicine book, okay. So I gotta find a book on Darkwater?
I used to be an avid reader.
Nope. You were not highlighted before.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. Lost tribes? But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Are we going into long-abandoned caves? Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows. But today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coast of Massachusetts. Okay, so used to like whale hunting.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Alright. It's time to go. We got Chapter 2, Darkwater Port. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, an address. A warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. At least, are these whale bones? Oh, this is the intro, okay.
We're almost there.
Scylla. Alright, there's a little town there.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Alright. So here we are. In Darkwater. There's a dead killer whale. Didn't I just have a dream about that? Alright, I think I'm gonna end it here. Lighthouse. There's that boat. What, Scylla? You have anything to say? No, you're just fishing. And yeah, I cannot get back on the boat. Okay. Alright. So I think for now, we're gonna end it here. Our main objective is to talk to Fitzroy. That was the guy who brought us here. And I guess he's the harbor master. And then we also have to go to the bar. Stranded Whale, which is right there. And then talk to Bradley, who, I don't know, I guess he's in the bar. But alright, we're in Darkwater. We're on the case. So what will happen when we come back? Well, we can explore Darkwater Port. and see what happens. So until then, thank you very much for watching. Bye.